thanks to John at a gym that I am not even going to attempt to pronounce. He is from Sweden, and so I'm really excited to go through this today. So I don't know what your link in bio says, but what I do like is that you do have a link to a link tree, and that link tree only has 3 options on it. And one of the main options is to book a consultation. Now that's one thing that I can read in Swedish. The only thing that I would change here is that you're not collecting lead information on this booking page. So you're sending them straight to a calendar. If that's not working for you, you may want to add one more step. So just use a landing page with a lead capture form that then directs to a calendar. So it looks like you have a 15-day free pass, and then you a link to the blog. Probably what I would do is move that book a free consultation to the top. If that's your main call to action and that's the thing that you want people to do most, you have the option to change the color of that, like just make it really pop. So that's the most obvious choice. It looks like you have something going out almost every day. You've got someone holding a certificate for doing something, maybe like a 90-day challenge, or you don't have anybody engaging on the good comments that are happening on these posts. Now, this post is interesting because you have a kids and teens camp coming up, and the call to action is to email you. I would highly recommend that you put that call to action, which you want somebody to take, in your link in bio instead of telling somebody to email you. It's really hard on Instagram to copy and paste an email address from your Instagram to my browser. And honestly, it's just too many steps that a lead probably is not going to take. There's a little bit of engagement on these posts, but no one is commenting back. You could really create a lot of good organic reach by just simply engaging with these comments. So this post, you're congratulating somebody. This looks like it's for level method. Doesn't really tell me other than he leveled up. I'm not going to understand that if I don't already know something about level method. I would tell a better story here. So where did he start? What challenges did he have to overcome in order to show up consistently to the gym? What are the results that he got? And how can someone follow in his footsteps? Those are the kind of client stories that you really want to be talking about instead of just telling people like he leveled up and it's a good way to adjust your training. Now, I see that you have quite a lot of these. So the showing up for 90 days and that kind of thing. And he's holding a certificate, and their certificate is cool, but it's really hard to read on Instagram. And so I would have to increase the size of that in order to actually read what is happening. And then if it's not obvious on the certificate what it is that the achievement, as a lead, this is not going to be compelling to me. Either have a chalkboard or a whiteboard that says like, I did this in this much time, and then write about that client journey. As I move on over to Facebook, there's not a lot of calls to action. I do really like your banner image here. It looks like you put some thought into it. On your intro, I would actually recommend just putting the general website link, and then in your posts, and you can put a more specific call to action. I think if someone's going to go all the way to your intro on Facebook, they're going to want to see just the general website there. On these posts, you can definitely leverage putting a live link instead of saying, visit our website. This requires somebody to have to go find your website, which if there's any work involved getting someone off of social media, they're likely not going to do it. The recommendations for you are pretty straightforward. Tell better client stories. Just beef them up a little bit. Tell me more about the person. Tell me more about the struggle, what they overcame, then where they are now, and then use better calls to action. Just be more consistent with directing people to the link in bio, populating the link in bio with the more appropriate calls to action. And on Facebook, the general website link in your intro, and use a live link in the posts.